Lots of baseball's movers and shakers descended upon Dallas, Texas this week for the MLB winter meetings. The Phillies brass is once again tasked with trying to figure out how to get over the team's hump and capture the franchise's third World Series. Behind me is the site of the new Caroline Kimmel Pavilion for Arts and Communication. The new name comes from the largest donation in Temple University history of $27.5 million. Construction is already underway for the groundbreaking that will be happening on May 14th. The holidays mean a season of giving, and even in the midst of a busy season for the Philadelphia Eagles, players still make time to come and give back to their community. Just see how this handoff completely confuses the Temple defense. It gives Starks a wide open gap just to get into the end zone, to catch the ball, to tie the game, to send the game into overtime. Quante Berry uses his family as his biggest source of motivation, on and off the court. The fact that they are depending on him to spread this message keeps him going, but also keeps him grateful. The biggest topic of discussion wasn't really the loss to Tulane or the upcoming game against FAU. This week, the discussion centered on the program's competitive disadvantage, NIL, and how it has impacted Temple's football program. The 10th anniversary of Alchella is coming up, and this year there are a few changes. The first one being that the event is only open to Temple students and closed to the general public. The second one, and probably the biggest, is that the event will now be held at the Star Complex opposed to the Liacouras Center. If you're interested in more information, keep an eye on the Temple MCPB Instagram page. You get to be a part of something so amazing, getting back to the community. Yeah. What does this mean to you?
It's great. It's great.
Temple has had multiple father-son combos throughout the years, in Levan and Shiz Alston, Derek and Dylan Batee, among others. But in this 2024-2025 season, there was a unique legacy that entered the Liacouras Center, one that started more than 600 miles away. The Mashburn legacy has existed for 35 years, making its latest stop on North Broad. Jamal Mashburn Jr. made the decision to transfer to Temple for his final year of eligibility that wrapped up earlier this month. Jamal Jr. is a second-generation standout. His father, Jamal Sr., was one of the greatest to ever play at Kentucky. Once a player, he's now a front-row spectator.
I wasn't a part of the process to choose Temple. He made it completely on his own decision, and I was proud of that, to watch him grow and make his own decision, and he picked the right opportunity.
Jamal Jr. was the latest in a long list of outstanding players to come through the Temple program since the late 1800s. He ended this season as one of the nation's leading scorers. And he did much of the scoring with Dad watching, as any fan would.
He uses the game from, a kind of a fan perspective, so he can see a lot more. I mean, I'm out there, so things are happening a little bit faster. He can kind of just be present and slow it down for me.
The father-son basketball connection goes way deeper than on-court interactions. For the Mashburns, conversations about basketball can lead into conversations about life's valuable lessons.
You fail in basketball by missed shots, turnovers, but you keep persevering, you keep going. Don't stay in the moment.
Mashburn's collegiate basketball career is wrapping up, but he still has one last matchup to prepare for before he can look ahead to a professional career.
I tell everybody to this day, he's still in the best tip-top shape. He can still dunk, he can still do all that good stuff. So we're going to have a one-on-one game here in a little bit.
He's going to have some problems once his college career is over, but that's a pact that I made with him at the end of his college career.
As the Mashburn family resume continues to grow, Mashburn Jr. knows for certain that his biggest supporter not only shares his name, but from the front row, he also shares his legacy of greatness. In his 3 seasons at Kentucky, Mashburn Sr. scored a total of 1,843 points. In 5 seasons at 3 different schools, Mashburn Jr. scored 2,371, just 505 coming from his time in Cherry and White. For the Owls, when Tiara East and Tariana Gary graduate in May, Temple will be losing much more than just their 2 leading scorers.
Two leaders coming back as well, me and T-Mac. So us being the older ones on the team, we knew what to do.
Tiara East and Tariana Gary were given a new role last fall. Of course, the two can score. They combined for about 40% of Temple's offense this season. But the biggest improvement came with their leadership, becoming better teammates.
I used to always be like just a lead by example type of player, but I feel like now, this year with so many upperclassmen leaving and now I'm being the superior upperclassman, I feel as though I lead by example and I am a vocal leader as well.
As leaders on and off the court, Tariana Gary and Tiara East are held to a higher standard. They have to set their tone for their teammates during practice and on game day.
They're not allowed to have a bad practice. They have to have their energy and they have to be willing to go for the full 2.5 hours hard to make sure that everybody follows in their footsteps.
Both have different leadership qualities. East and Gary have learned together by watching former captains and embracing those qualities to make the team their own.
When things go wrong, I'm going to be there to step in and tell them what needs to be done and what we can do.
Them being able to trust me and everything that I'm doing on the court and off the court, I feel like that plays a huge role in us winning.
Temple kicker Maddox Trujillo is preparing for the biggest opportunity of his life. Over the next few months, he will spend most of his time trying to convince NFL teams that he's ready to kick on Sundays after setting records on Saturdays. This week, the Owls started their spring schedule with new head coach Casey Keeler on the field for the first time. It's just day one, so there's always plenty of optimism. And the new man in charge likes his team's approach. She had 1 goal and 1 assist, but did work on both ends of the field, causing 3 turnovers. This past Saturday, the Huskies welcomed the Buffalo Bulls into their home, and the result was highly in favor of the Huskies.